cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. For your message or massages, come in. Come on. I've got intel. Rico is afoot. May your comings and goings be forever covered by the grace of the Most High. When in doubt, go within. Are you fabulous, gorgeous and lovely, bestie? We've got a few things to talk about, right? Yes, baby. We've got to sit in the seat. The seat of what? Knowing what's going on, darling dears. Because the lies they told about you, they are choking on them. Blood, bruh, or cistrine. They're losing respect on your behalf, darling dears. Because spirit is exposing them with receipts. Nothing like the receipts, darling dears. People are choking on their behaviors, darling dears. But the whispers are turning into side eye. Yes. They're getting the side eye from Uncle Roger. Hiya! Yeah. This and that, darling dears. This and that. They try to profit off your pain, darling dears. Your pain. They try to bury you in a storyline. Some of them are trying to change the narrative around. Now they're watching their own credibility leak like a burst pipe. Your power, back. Your silence, strategic. Your ancestors, tired of your name in their mouth, blood. This is why I tell you, darling dears. Sometimes you gotta leave the liars to keep lying, darling dears. They're skin peelers. Let them lie and say what they want to say, darling dears. Because every curse, every word they throw your way, Divine has gifted you with the key. You change it into light, darling dears. This is your motivation. This is the epitome of what? Law number 9 of the 48 laws of power. Win through your actions and never through your words. Never through argument, tongue wrestling with the feeble-minded who's hell-bent on seeing you as the bad guy or the fall girl. Make them argue amongst themselves while you win, darling dears. This is the season. We are in the midst of the age of Aquarius. We are also in what? Lean in, darling dears. Lean in. We are in the energy of what? A snake here. And anybody who is the enemy of the snake, darling dears, is going down Bobby Brown, the pig energy. And guess who's a big pig energy? Not because I'm making it up, because they are, according to their birth date, is Elon Musk. How many billions did he lose? I can't even count them, darling dears. I haven't got enough fingers. Anyway, let's press on. They told them lies, darling dears. Let's get your ancestral message. Let me get a deck I have not used in a while. God, the devil is a liar. I said, let me get a deck I haven't used in a while, and I can't find the ones that I haven't used. The devil is a liar. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with this deck. We have angels and ancestors. Let's get your message. My hand is getting much better, darling dears. Can you see? From the carpal tunnel surgery. It's healing, but it's healed on the inside, but it's going to take between 6 to 8 months to heal fully. But I'm getting back what I didn't have because of the stroke and everything. I was unable, you didn't know this because I'm always on camera or whatever, but you didn't know that I wasn't able to close my fingers. I wasn't, but I can now. They're getting there. It couldn't even do that. This was as far as I could go. But anyway, enough about me. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. What's your message? This one was trying to come out. Right? Autumn. Release the old and rest, darling dears. We are about to lay them to rest, darling dears. Let's go to the book. Autumn is on page 138, okay? That goes to the energy of a 12 and then down to a 3, okay? So this is Empress energy, Venus energy, darling dears, as well as Earth energy. It's about your self-worth that they're attacking. Okay, let's see what the book says. For you to screenshot and read at your leisure or leisure. The message: release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. You know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person? Wait, not swear. Let me carry on. Is it a person, a situation, or a dream? Like the trees letting go of the leaves and the fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works, blood. No, it doesn't. When you let go, you make the space for new to enter your life. You're being guided by angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. And you can do this. When autumn card arrives in the future position, well, this is the future, it's the first card out, blood. It can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies regarding your question or intentions. That's it, darling dears. Let's press on. Let's press on. I'm going to get some energies up for you first, then we're going to take it to the cards. We have the energy of a 6, darling dears, and we love a 6 because we're not just talking about Venus energy. Venus rules the energy of the 6, darling dears. About your self-worth. And we've got an 11 on top. 11 is representative of the 11th house, darling dears, the house of your friendship groups. Yes, people are looking at what you're doing. They're paying attention. Could be older siblings, extended family members, like adopted family, darling dears. But people are paying attention to you. They're noticing you, darling dears. The 11th house is also the house of luck. We love the luck, darling dears. It's the house of communication, utilizing electricity, doing things online. It's the house of getting accolades, achievements, awards. It's the house of, as I said, it's about groups, groups you belong to. It could also be family groups as well. But people are paying attention, darling dears. There's something to do with a stepchild. Okay, that's a sidebar. But we'll carry on with the energy of the 6, darling dears. You could be a life path 6. Or a life path 33. 6 encumbers the numbers 6, 15, or 24, as well as the letter F-O-X. The number 6 is ruled by Venus. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Taurus is the 2nd house, the house of your self-worth, your possessions, darling dears. People that are now enemies. Stick a pin in that, darling dears. Venus also rules Libra. Libra is the 7th house, the house of your one-to-one relationships in terms of contracts, your work contracts. It's also the house of open enemies. Stick a pin in that, darling dear. So you've got open enemies and enemies on your back like white on rice. All right, let's carry on. Let's carry on. The energy of the sixth, as I was saying, it's ruled by Venus, and Venus is about your self-worth. It's also about beauty and your relationships. So you've been having a lot of emotions around your relationships. You may have been feeling, especially through the retrograde in Pisces, because Pisces is about going deep within, darling dears, looking at your unconscious patterns, breaking those patterns, darling dears. And as it goes into forward motion, you're going to be rehashing things from the past. You're going to cry real tears, darling dears, possibly from your left eye and then your right. But the purpose of this is not for you to languish in it, darling dears. This is the final release. So you lean into it. When it happens to, when I was going for it, you know what I did? I got on my treadmill. And I'm day 13 in on a 100-day challenge. Yeah, doing at least 12,000 steps per day. I'm currently up to, I don't know if you can see this, because my thing is so upside down. You know what? Let me show you quickly before I press on. That's where I'm currently now, and it's, what time is it in the UK? It's 2:54 p.m. right? I find that that's where I do my best thinking, is when I'm on the treadmill, darling dears, because number one, you've got to be motivated, and you have to keep motivating yourself. That's why I gave myself a deadline. Give yourself a deadline, darling dears. And where did I get the idea from? It was from this guy on YouTube. He was doing the David Goggins challenge, and he stuck to it for 100 days. On the days when you're tired, I still do it, because otherwise my conscience will ride me. Anyhow, enough. I keep saying enough about me, and where am I again? Back at me. Listen, there's no one here to check me, boo. What can I do? I'm a poet and didn't know it. Fist bump. Anyhow, we was discussing the energy of Venus and the energy of the sixth, darling dears. Your luckiest days will be Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Your lucky numbers, pay attention, is the 3, 6, and 9. Come through Tesla with the key to the universe. You are a natural healer, darling dears. People don't understand your level of humor. People may think, or maybe even see you as a jester. Oh my God, right? You're extremely nurturing, darling dears. The energy of the six is supported by a sextile, and we love a sextile, darling dears. Okay, a sextile is when two planets are apart on the astrological wheel, darling dears. It supports harmonious relationships, and we love that. Why? Because the energy of the six is telling you that you've learned from a mistake. It's telling me about your protective nature, darling dears. You're caring. You've learned to reel it in, Scotty. You're very careful with whom you really put your deep emotions in. Why? You'll end up in the DNS, blood. They will put you on your back, darling dears, and then come and kick you in your jawbone on top of it. Anyhow, let's carry on. The energy of the 33 is the master teacher, darling dears. You're here to teach others, okay, with whatever it is that you are doing in your life, darling dears. You're meant to teach others. And as I said, your ancestral team is tired of your name in their mouth. They are being taught. As you are teaching, they are being taught. Okay. The energy of the six, darling dears, is representative of the northwesterly direction. Maybe you're traveling to it, or something is coming to you from that direction, darling dears. We love the energy of the six. It speaks of helpful people being put on your path. It also speaks about travel, darling dears, but most importantly, it's about your spiritual life. It's for you to pay attention, darling dears. It's representative of the element of metal, and it's also representative of autumn. Okay, I told you my readings don't play, darling. There's everything lines up and it all clicks in together. Okay, so autumn, northwesterly direction. All right, let's press on. Let's see what's hidden on the inside. You've got a 3 and a 7, darling dears. So it's a call for you to be more analytic. Pay attention to the fine details, darling dears, before you commit to a contract or commit yourself to any situation that is above your pay grade. Anything that's going to take you out of your peace is above your pay grade. All right. Let's press on. Let's press on. The energy of the 3 speaks about gossip. It's the 3rd house. Communication, you could be learning new things. It could also represent a business somebody has online that is about to take off. Remember, I told you that. Maybe you will see the fruits of your labor in autumn. Okay? Okay. Carrying on. Let's go to the white cards. That's a lot turned over, but it stayed in. Oh. Yeah, because this is where you are right now. You're a truth seeker. The truth roof. Pinkies up. You'd rather people tell you the truth, darling dears, than kill you with a lie. And that's the hardest thing, darling dears, is for some people to tell the truth. Even by omission, that is still a lie. A lie is a lie. Right? You've got someone who's addicted to you, or you're addicted to them around you. If they're addicted to you, darling dears, they're also addicted to what? Bull swanky. And what's that? Lying, darling dears. They're a lying liar. Lying out of their lying hole. Yeah, all of this and that. Base of the deck, darling dears. And they're possibly out of their box as well, darling dears, with the rugs and the alcohols. Okay. We was just talking about Pisces energy, the 12th house, darling dears. If you have an issue with that, this is the time for you to tell the truth to yourself, darling dears. Know that you're an addict, and anything you told yourself in the past is bull swanky. Put it down, darling dears. We're in the age of Aquarius, where infinite possibilities are being granted on a daily basis. Because as a big cat, you roll with the 6 G's. Greatness, growth, gratitude, goals, and gifts. And the final one is God, darling dears. When you've been through the DNS, you learn how to speak to God, darling dears. You do. All right, to the decks. Well, I'm going to try. I've got some new decks as well. We're going to go with the True Crime Oracle cards. Oh, it fell off the back end, darling dears. Something's gone down in a hotel or motel, darling dears. Okay, what's going down in the hotel or motel? Is the liar there? Yeah, somebody feels trapped in the egotism, darling dears. Their lies, the lies they told. Maybe you went on a holiday with this person. They did something on this holiday. Yeah, they're feeling alone, and you was always the gift in the situation. As I said, darling dears. Let's go to another deck. See what's over here. That's straight up narcissism, darling dears. What's this? Yeah. You know who to give your energy to, because money is also energy, darling dears. Money could also represent your time. This is you taking the time to reflect on things that you've been through, where you felt like you was trapped in situations, darling dears. But it was through other people's egotism that kept you in what? The bull swanky. And what they wish for you, darling dears, your ancestors is guaranteeing them. The desert, darling dears. Nothing like being in the desert in your own cranium. That's the thing about new cards. They're very slippery. You gave a lot of energy to a situation, but this is about you pulling back, darling dears. And as I said, if the lying liars are lying out there, lying holes, there's no point to you trying to argue against them. It's like peeing into the wind and expecting to get away with it. You won't. And they're paying close attention. You'll always be watched. I told you, the blessed and highly favored are always under surveillance. They are. Right? By those that have the bad reputation, darling dears. I told you, the lies they told, it's choking them right now. It most definitely is choking them. What's this? What did I say? Social media, darling dears. Watching you on the social media. Okay. Let's press on to another deck. Nothing like feeling trapped, darling dears, and it's not a trapation. Well, as I said, your ancestral team is on them like white on rice. I keep looking back at the hotel or motel. Something went down in a situation, darling dears. It could be an abusive situation that you was facing in that situation, darling dears, where you felt extremely alone. Because why? They wanted to break you, take that gift from you, but they can't take what is in you, not on you, darling dears. Base of the deck, darling dears, because you are living in this way, your authentic self. And I told you, you have a captive audience, darling dears. Attachment issues. Thank you. Yeah. Because this is the route you chose, darling dears. You confessed everything to whom? Your ancestral team, to the Most High, darling dears. And God was paying attention. This is why he was able to put these boundaries in place. This is why you had the chance to what? Reflect on your boundaries, right? Reflect on all of the energy you was pouring into situations that don't serve you, darling dears. And that's not an easy reflection. I'm not telling you that you was able to just rip off the band-aid. You wasn't just able to do that. Many of you, it took you a very long time. It took me until I was half of 100, darling dears. I know. But when it did, you chose the path less traveled. You chose the undergrowth, and divine is there to meet you. Any inner conflict you're going through right now, darling, is you're fighting with your own self. Divine always had a plan for you, but you had to realize that you was part of the plan. The plan is not someone else's plan, it's your plan. Look what just fell out. Told you. The lying liar. Don't be fooled by their appearance, darling dears. The illusions of it all. And what's this? It was the devil card in reverse, darling dear. So you know where that's directly coming from, right? Of course they'd like you to spend more time and give up more of your energy to that situation, but it's not for you, darling dears. It's not for you. Tell me something more. What exactly? Let's narrow it down a bit. What exactly in you did they really want to erase? What is it about you? What was it? Because you know how to stand your ground, darling dears. You don't mind your own company, darling dears. You was a deep thinker, right? When we see the hermit, this is somebody who is learned, okay? Maybe not book knowledge, darling dears, but you have the knowledge, you picked it up. They didn't like the fact that you could enjoy your own self, and you understood that you was being betrayed by many people around you, but you were still able to hold your ground. Why? Because you wasn't Gandalf the Grey, you're Gandalf the White. There was a lot of betrayal around you, darling dears. You had to learn to master your emotions. King of Cups. They didn't like your shine, darling dears. King of Cups is someone who is highly intuitive, darling dears. The Hermit energy is telling me that you enlighten them to things that they've never seen before and they will not see again. Your energy is so unique. Somebody wants to come through, darling dears. We've got the One's energy, but you've already entered this situation, Death card. Also Scorpio energy, the 8th house. This is a situation where somebody owes you money, darling dears. We've got the Queen of Wands, darling dears. They're trying to avoid some kind of a debt. They owe you a debt. The 8th house is the house of things coming to you. It could be from a marriage, where joint finances, it could be compensation, it could be, but it's a restitution that's being paid to you, darling dear. The 8th house is a highly spiritual house, darling dears. We also have the Temperance energy. You've been on a hard journey, darling dears, and you had to overcome a lot. They always had the arrows for your back, darling dears, but these arrows were sent to keep the fire in your spirit, keep you going, darling dears. And it's also a reminder, it doesn't matter what is said behind you, you're going forward regardless. This is Mercury and Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is what? The 9th house. The 9th house is the house of God, a higher power. Somebody's also, as I said, doing something online. It's about to take off. Remember, I told you that. Okay? Have faith. It's also what? Taurus energy. Taurus is the 2nd house of money. Hey, possessions. This person went against everything you saw as a tradition for you, whatever it was, darling dears. They disrespected your private time, your private space. And you know what's going on now. The reason why they behave like this now is because they lost the privilege of being able to speak to you. So they will always speak about you, darling dears. All whilst they're what? A captive audience. I just saw the 6 of Cups. They're definitely thinking about you. Somebody's going through old pictures. Good God. Where's my bell? Let that bad juju stay with them, darling dears. Not over here. Reminiscing of the past. Law number 6 of the 48 laws of power is telling you to what? Court attention at all costs. And the thing is, you're not going out of your way to court attention, because all they're doing is paying attention to you instead of focusing on all of the damage that they've done to others and realizing that they have to come to terms in order to get past all of the karma that's been rained on their head, darling dears. They have to what? Fix it. But they're not prepared to do it. Why? Because they're a narc, a sociopath. There's somebody out there in these streets, right? And they haven't even got their certificate from an exorcist. I'm telling you. It's wild out there. Yeah. This person will always be a liar. Emotionally immature, Page of Cups. Yeah. And this is what they can always expect. Tower moment after tower moment. People are paying attention to what they're saying now, darling. This is why they're getting a major side eye. You can't make this up. Page of Swords is someone curious, and he looks like he's giving the side eye, right? We've got 2 pages on the tableau that you could have 2 children involved in the situation, darling dears. But when we see 2 pages coming together, it speaks about disagreements. People are disagreeing with what the narrative that they're trying to spin, darling dears. But all while you're doing what? Minding your business, darling dears. Again, we have Jupiter energy, the 9th house, the house of God, with the Libra energy, darling dears, telling you to rest and relax. You know what's going on. Libra is the energy of what? The one-to-one relationships, darling dears. People that have always been in secret competition with you. And even though they will never admit this to you, darling dears, some of them are admiring you. Yeah, they like your gangster, darling dears. Why? They've written it down many times, but they can't repeat what the Most High made. Someone needs to be very careful of pickpockets, as well as somebody running away. Listen, I couldn't imagine it. One of my progenies run away. What do you mean they've run away? What do you mean they've run away? After I've checked my AirTag, their phone, gotten out my divination rods. What? Are you kidding me? And then on top of that, you made me have to come and look for you as well. Oh God. Yeah, they're choking on them lies, darling dears. 2 of Wands, you've got a major decision to make. It could be involving travel. Yeah, you're traveling, darling dears. Some of you are going to be traveling, but you're going to be meeting new people. The 7 of Pentacles is about waiting on the right partner. High Priestess energy, pay attention to your intuition as well as your dreams. A portal or a gateway is about to open up for you, darling dears. And pay attention to the autumn months. It's your month, darling dears. Whatever you launch now, you will see the culmination then. Hangman. People are going to start seeing you from a different perspective. If they're not already, as I said, they're choking on their lies. They're getting that major side eye. This is like the art of war. Laying your plans, darling dears. Setting the traps before they smell it. Law number 3 of the 48 laws of power. Continue to conceal your intentions, darling dears. Law number 4, say less. Speak only when necessary and be careful whom you speak to. Split the deck. And continue to have faith in yourself, darling dears. Remember, conceive, believe and achieve. God is giving you the green light. One final split. Abundance, darling dears. It's your strength that they're jealous of. It's the fact that you took the initiative to walk out into the unknown path, the path less trodden. You're standing in your strength, darling dears. And it's also a reminder, strength card, don't get involved with anyone. Some people would like to fight you, would love to fight you. They want to take you down, darling dears. And if you want to punch in the eye, you'll get up again, darling dears, but you definitely have that punch in the eye. This is somebody who is a narc, darling dears. It's because they've lost the privilege of being able to speak to you. Moon energy plus Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy is the 11th house. The 11th house, the house of friendships, groups you used to belong to, family members. Yeah, let them watch, darling dears. Nothing but disagreements. People are disagreeing with the things that they're putting out about you, darling dears. You don't have to do a damn thing. Because what's not being handled on this Malkuth is being handled in the spiritual realm on Kitha. People don't know whom they're dealing with when they're playing with you because they think that you'll always be that quiet person or you'll stay around and keep taking it without the Vaseline. Let's get one final card. And then we're out of here to get great. Paying close attention, darling dears. The 1 and the 4 goes to the energy of the 5. Somebody's definitely going to be traveling. But it also speaks about the adventure. You should look at this life as a child, darling dears. Okay, the energy of the 18. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. The energy of the 18 is moon energy, darling dears. Moon again is pay attention to your intuition. It could also represent female energy that is most focused on you, darling dears. Good golly and gosh, what do they want? They want to send a message. Somebody's also having their time wasted by a whore and a thief. That's their business. I'm talking like Pinocchio, or is it the gingerbread man? When he said, he's wearing a thong. Yeah. Huh? Sorry, I thought that was my daughter. Yeah, leave them in their despair, darling dears. Nothing like when the flying monkeys turn back on them. Remember I told you that. On that note, I drops me mic to over to my Teesprings, my Patreon or my TikToks where I also upload videos. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again. On these narrow streets. Cat. Cat.